Today I'm going to use the Blondeme Bleach, and also I'm starting off with 20 volume developer first. So I always use a scale no matter what. So I turn that on and I have it on the grams setting. And then I like to put my color bowl on top, and you see that it weighs. Just reset that. And the amount of bleach I'm going to be using is about a scoop. I always start with 30 grams no matter what. So that's 27, just add a little bit more. And then the ratio that I use is 1 part bleach and 3 parts developer. So I'm going to fill this up to 120. Which means 90 grams of developer. And if it's a little bit over, it's fine. And also forgot to bring my whisk, so I'm just going to use a color brush to mix it up. So after mixing, I always use this brush, which is the Pravana brush to balayage, because that's my favorite one, and the bristles are super soft, unlike most bristles where they're like super hard. So after this is done mixing, we are going to be ready to start. First, what you want to do is put a tape around your client so you can protect their clothes and from the bleach from touching them. So what she used to have is a bleach in tone, and then the most recent time that I touched up her hair was with babylights, and then now the top is pretty much grown out, so we're just gonna touch up the roots. And I'm also going to bleach wash the ends so it gets a little bit lighter. So the way I like to section it is, do you part your hair right here most of the time? In the middle. Okay, cool. So since she parts her hair down the middle, I like to take a square of that first. So since she usually parts her hair right down the middle here, I would first take my first section like this. So probably about like 1.5 inches from her parting right here, and then 1.5 inches over here. And then clip that up. And then after that, for the sides, I like to kind of take it from the corner that I parted in the back all the way down to the back of her ears. And clip that. And then I do the same to the other side. Once we get to the back of the head, I like to part straight down the middle. And then also the way I'm going to be balayaging or baby lighting her hair is I'm going to take it in diagonal sections. So by the time I get to the top, you're going to have a little triangular parting right there. But first off, just part it down the middle. Like that, and then you are ready to begin. Okay, so for the first step, take that diagonal parting starting from behind the ear down to the end of the corner right here. That's going to be your first section. Pull the hair tight, and then for the baby lights, what I do is weave an extra fine section, because you want everything to blend. And with her hair, she likes her balayage super heavy and super light, so I'll probably be doing a lot of back-to-back foils. So put that against the scalp take your bleach and run it down. And then you just kind of feather it up a little bit. Move that to the side and then fold it. And then what I like to do is fold the corner just so it secures the hair so the foil does not move. So that is your first section. Okay, so on to the next section. So you're just gonna do the same thing, part the hair in a diagonal form, and then do the thin baby lights again. So since her hair is naturally level 2, she has black Asian hair, and when lifting there will be a little bit of yellow tone, but I'm going to let her sit and process as long as possible until she gets to maybe like a level 9 or so, because this bleach can take it up to level 9. And then once that is processed, I like to do like a shadow melt. So the top part's going to be a darker formulation, and then for the bottom it's going to be lighter, which this part's going to be a lot lighter when I do bleach wash it. So take your section, weave it out as thin as possible. And then you see how I'm painting like this. I like to get the bleach on first, and then after that I take the brush vertically to make sure I get all the hair saturated that's in the foil, and then blend it down to here, stop, and then take my comb. And if you do have previously bleached hair, just push it to the side and then fold the foil up, and then do the same that you did earlier, fold the sides. So now I'm just going to continue all the way until I get to a certain area, and then I'll let you guys know when to stop. So now that we're at the top, you have one small little corner left right there. So I like to just leave that out until later. And then what you're gonna do is flip her to the other side and start doing the other side in diagonal partings the same way, and then stop when you get to that little triangle. So I just finished using my 20 volume developer bleach, and also since I'm not using heat today, I'm gonna bump up the bleach to the next volume for 30. So just turn on your weighing scale put 30 grams of bleach powder in your bowl. And then use your 30 volume developer up to 120. Now that you're at the top and you have the two triangles, just combine them together and you'll have one huge triangle. And I like to save this part for last. Now that we're to the side of the head, what I like to do is take it in diagonal partings going this way, starting from the sideburn. You always want to get the sideburn because a lot of people miss that. So just go ahead and section this out first. And then also fold that in a triangle just so the hair doesn't slip. Because there's so little hair here, you definitely want to fold it. And then you see, for somebody who has baby hair like this, usually if it was longer, I would continue to go diagonal until I hit this corner right here. But since she has baby hair, I'm just gonna go ahead and foil, so I'm going this way. And for you to secure it tightly, I would double fold it and then I'll fold the sides. And then a little triangle just to be sure. And then just continue on. And then just continue with the baby hairs. I feel like a lot of people miss the baby hairs, but I honestly feel like it's probably one of the important sections to do because it's right around the hairline. And you wouldn't want to tie up your hair and have like a patch of dark hair when everything is light. And again, just double fold it to make it extra secure. And then corner that off. I usually would do about 3. And after that, I'll just continue to do it the regular way. So what you're gonna do now is turn the client around to the other side and do exactly what you did to this side to the other side. So now to the other side, this is a different angle. I just want you guys to make sure to never leave out the sideburns again, because those are very important. Even though it's just like 3, 4, 5 strands, like a little bit of strands of hair, these still need to be lightened. And so you just continue to do diagonal partings until you get to around this area. And so since this client does have baby hairs, you want to take 3 packets down this way. So from this section right here, now that you did all your diagonal sections and you already went and finished half of the section off, go ahead and start going this way, 3 packets to do the baby hairs, and then continue on. Now that we're at the front section, I want to show you guys how I do this. So how I like to do it is maybe like 3 or 4 back-to-back folds in the front, because I always want the facial framing to pop the most. So since she has baby hair in the front right there, I probably will be doing 4 back-to-backs. And just finishing off the top with the 40 volume developer bleach. So now that you're at the top and the last corner, that means you're almost finished. Usually with this part, I would bleach wash it in the shampoo bowl, but since I'm showing you guys, I'm just going to take each section and make this on wet hair. I'm going to only leave this on for a couple minutes and then have her rinse it out, and then we're going to apply the toner. So I'm just stripping out any old color she had in her hair and just lightening up just a tad bit more. So now that she washed off the bleach wash that we just did, So for the top of her roots, I'm gonna go ahead and use the 8 Ash and the 8 Pearl that I've mixed together. Again, usually I would do this in the shampoo bowl, but since I'm recording and showing you guys, I'm going to be putting it in a squeeze tube and doing it this way. So I'm just putting it on the first 4 inches of her hair. After you're done applying the 4 inches of the root area, what I like to do is kind of blend it down a little bit before I add on the 9 Pearl shade onto the bottom. So what I'm going to do is split the hair in half, start working from the bottom. Again, if I was in the shampoo bowl area, I would just throw it on and then comb through it and kind of color melt it. But since I'm doing it section by section because I'm filming, I can just pretty much color melt it with my hands like this. So go ahead and do that to the whole entire head. You can kind of see the toner right now making the hair more ashy. And just make sure you do this to the whole entire hair. And then also color melt it from the root down a little bit, like that. I'm going to let this process for 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes you'll see that everything is going to develop. So I had to take her outside because it was getting very late, but I just want to show you guys her blend. Super beautiful baby lights. How's the color look? Let me know if you guys try this technique and tag me in the photos at The Lashing Hairstylist on Instagram. Thanks for watching, and if you guys like this video, subscribe.